So, welcome. Thank you for joining our self care and service practice in the love, peace, and harmony field. My name is Laurie, and I am one of the co owners with Satori Family Wellness Center that volunteers and helps to sponsor these programs. We're also being supported by the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation. So, let us get started. And today, what we'll be doing is we'll do a regular check-in for those of you who join us weekly. And this series has been on joy. So it will be continuing this series, and the focus will be getting off the stress roller coaster and getting back into that joy space. And we'll do an activity in the love, peace, and harmony field, and then talk about some next steps. So let's go ahead and check in. And again, I like to use these categories as gauges as to noticing where we are. Again, awareness is key for any transformation, especially if we are wanting to move to more joyful habits, from stressful habits to joyful habits. So notice at this time, without judgment, but with compassion, where are your thoughts today? What's going on with you? You can also reflect how they have been throughout the week. You can also notice how your emotions have been, whether it's peaceful, happy, joyous, or overwhelmed, stressed, unhappy. Okay, you might have a range. So again, as you're noticing, no judgment, you're just going to observe with kindness and compassion. You can also check in to your body. Any physical symptoms or sensations or bodily symptoms that you're noticing for yourself, whether more fatigue or pain, discomfort, tightness, tension, or have you been feeling more comfortable, relaxed, more energized? So this is a time that you can just notice how your body is doing. And lastly, we will reflect on our actions and behaviors. So you can think about it the past week. Any actions and behaviors that caused concern, maybe indicated higher stress levels, could be like forgetful behaviors, uh, you know, feeling maybe words with the more of an irritable tone. Or have you been feeling quite productive and feeling like you are able to do loving, kind, helpful actions, positive service for yourself or others? So just take some time to reflect how it has been for you. And again, no judgment, but it's nice to notice as you check in every week, or maybe several times a week as we also do these in other sessions. You can check in to see if, things are shifting for you. Okay. And we just want to have that awareness. And we will hopefully go into a practice today that can help lead us and guide us to more joy. So when we're talking about the roller coaster of emotions and stress, we may be participating in stress habits that can steal our joy or affect our level of joy. And many times we may spend our days reacting rather than responding more thoughtfully. Okay. And we might have these stress habits, and this could be like this constant busyness and rushing. And I remember early in my career, in my years as a school counselor, I always felt rushed. Like, I felt like I was holding my breath all the time. That's where I started looking into like stress management because I felt like I was in a constant state of stress. It could be worrying about the future, worrying about what's going to happen, right? That's a common habit we might do. Dwelling on the past, feeling like we're never doing enough or we have to be doing something. We're also looking outside of ourselves for happiness. One of the habits I've noticed is that it might fall under the busyness, but it's more that I'm not present. I'm always thinking about something. I might not think that I'm worrying or dwelling, but I'm always thinking, so much thinking. And when I'm catching myself, I'm trying that habit I've been talking about, been working about. Oh, let me enjoy. How can I enjoy this drive? How can I enjoy just washing my dishes or enjoy, writing notes? So the reflection is like which stress habit most often pulls you away from peace and joy. So just take a moment right now. You can just relax and maybe something comes up quickly. If not, it's okay. We're going to be doing a practice also in the love, peace, and harmony field that we may really allow ourselves to receive the support of the field that may make it easier for us to reflect and transform. Okay. So if you have your notebooks, you can kind of write that down. And what we're going to really learn is practicing new habits. Okay. So we may not always feel like we have a choice about what happens around us, right? Because I like to say, life always happens. There's always going to be something coming up. Okay. However, we can choose how to return to our inner center, to a space of joy and light. And I've introduced this in the past to maybe some of you, and I've mentioned it in some of the other sessions that I may have led. And then this is something I recently learned, in this format. We've been using it maybe a different, but I thought I liked the 3 C's. It was my healthy balance group that I participate in. And so they talk about catch it, check it, and change it. Again, it may have referred to like eating habits and exercise or things like that, eating or changing habits. But we can do it as well for our stress, as well as moving it in the direction that we want more joy filled, right? So the catch it is like an opportunity to pause without judgment, but with kindness and compassion. Like, oops, what's going on? I'm noticing that I'm worrying about something. So we're going to check it. So when you're checking it, you can check into actually ourselves. Okay, what's going on with us? I can maybe take a deep breath and kind of notice, oh, okay. I'm noticing that I'm, being revved up, I'm tense and tight, right? I'm noticing that my worrying thoughts are coming up. So that's the habit, right? We're catching it, we're checking it, and then also choosing what it is that we want to do instead, right? We can check like, oh, wait, I want to go to joy. So what this 3rd C is change it, right? We choose and respond with more joy-filled action. Okay. And so think about it in the context of maybe some of you had thought of a worrying habit or more stressed filled habit that kind of takes away joy rather than brings joy. And as we do this, just know that as we are doing this practice, we can catch ourselves when we are on that stress roller coaster and allow ourselves to actively and more consciously calm our nervous system by pausing, by breathing, by moving to a more joy-filled response. And we increase the awareness and we can respond with this greater wisdom and compassion to what it is that we want. Okay. So every time, remember, every time we catch it, check it, and change it, we can strengthen our capacity to choose joy over reactivity. So we're going to practice this today in the love, peace, and harmony field. Many of you here live on Zoom are familiar, but if anyone is watching a video, this is your first one with us, the love, peace, and harmony field is a field full of vibrations of love, peace, and harmony. Because we believe that everything has its own vibratory field, and each of our vibrational fields are connected in this quantum field of the collective. So when we connect with the love, peace, harmony field, we feel these vibrations of love, peace, and harmony, which can not only uplift our lives, but can support the uplifting of the world. So this is where service comes in. If we uplift ourselves, we naturally create and radiate this field of greater love, peace, and harmony. And we are working on joy. So not just love, peace, and harmony, but joy as well. So we believe because this love, peace, harmony field, which consists of these beautiful calligraphies carrying the message of love, peace, and harmony, it has a higher frequency vibration and light that then as we're in it, it can increase our ability, our awareness, and our ability to change our habits that steal joy to habits that bring joy and light into our lives. Okay, so let's do this today and participate. So what I would like you to do is, if it feels comfortable to do so, I'm going to allow you to go into your safe space or that peaceful sanctuary that we've done in past sessions. If this is new to you, what you want to do is just imagine in your mind's eye a place that your body can start to relax. It could be in nature. Maybe some of you just looking at this calligraphies remind you that this is a place, a safe place, that you are in love, peace, and harmony. And I hope that this can create that connection for your body to relax, for your body to feel love, peace, and harmony. Some of you have created your own safe space imagery, whether it's in nature or a beautiful, cozy retreat-like space or a sacred space. And I want you to just feel as you connect these messages of love, peace, and harmony. And notice that this frequency, this field carries this higher frequency vibration, this consciousness that allows us to more quickly and easily go into the space of love, peace, and harmony. And it supports us as we move to transform habits that do not serve us to habits that bring and lead us to a deeper state of joy and light. Okay. So notice through your love, peace, and harmony lens. Okay, first of all, as you've thought about maybe one habit that takes away joy, notice as you're thinking about that habit, where are you feeling that in your body? For some of you who may not maybe recognize it, or haven't identified what habits steals or takes away the joy. You can also just notice your body. Notice if you have pain, tension, discomfort. And we're going to just notice this area without judgment, but with compassion and light. We can do the face meditation that we've worked on before. F is to just feel and focus that area. A is to be aware, acknowledge without judgment, kind of accept where we're at. C is to compassionately connect. We're just noticing that area with kindness, compassion. And E is to enlighten. Feel this light of love, peace, and harmony, this light of joy coming into that area. And notice as you consciously bringing in this light and joy, this love, peace, and harmony, notice if there are thoughts and ideas that come forth that allow you to recognize habits that do no longer serve you, and new habits and ways that you could work on to bring in this more joy and light. So for instance, I notice that I'm always just thinking about something and I don't get to appreciate and enjoy what I'm doing in the moment. So when I'm noticing and catching myself just thinking, I may be thinking about things to do, or I will consciously change to enjoy the moment. How can I enjoy this, right? This drive, this, chore, even if it's like washing your face or taking a shower or making your bed. How can I enjoy? So I'm kind of I'm actively changing my lifestyle, my habits to move towards joy. So I'm always catching myself and changing. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this task. I'm going to enjoy being with this person. I'm going to enjoy whatever it is I'm doing. So allow yourself, if you're getting any blocks there, notice what those blocks might be. Without judgment or attachment, we're just noticing how they are in our bodies. And just breathe in love, peace, harmony, light, joy, and light. Exhale, feel that light expand in that area. And you just allow yourself to kind of feel this love and light. I'm going to maybe just play a few moments and you can just meditate in the field. So as I shift to maybe play some music, you might not hear it too much, but let's see. Okay. Just allow the field So continue to just feel that peace, that quietness, and notice if there was anything that came up for you in terms of shifting, maybe an idea or thought or awareness of some of the habits that you could shift and a way that you could shift it. Or maybe for some of you, like for me, it was like a deep clearing and cleansing. I could kind of feel my body and emotions releasing from the field. So, whatever it is, it's wonderful. But I'd love to hear how you felt during that meditation. So, please feel free to, you can either unmute or write in the chat. And as if you were waiting for some responses, we can go ahead and share some next steps. So, one of the, if some of this information is interesting for you and you want to continue, we've been inspired, as we know, the Stress Prescription book, 7 Days to More Joy and Ease by Dr. Alyssa Epple. And this is on her chapter 6. We also are supported by the Love, Peace, and Harmony Foundation, so you can get more information. You can get the resource of the song that we played, the instrumental, that is free for people, as well as there are some other resources that you can check out. 2 resources that came up as I was preparing for this one was a Happiness Trap. It's a book by Russ Harris, and this one focuses that it teaches like that struggling to avoid difficult thoughts and emotions all often creates more suffering. I think that they introduced like the acceptance. There's this, practice kind of acceptance type of therapy concepts. And the other book is Hardwiring Happiness by Rick Hansen. And actually, that's the name that in one of the previous sessions I said, oh, I'm going to remember the name. I think he is the one with the HEAL technique, HEAL, that we usually practice, have a positive experience, enhance it, absorb it, and link it, right? Link it is usually if we have some negative thoughts, we will link the positive to the negative to transform how we feel about that negative. But we can still do the first 3, HEA. The last one is nice to do if you have a traumatic thing to do with a professional therapist. But this book teaches how to intentionally take in the good to build resilience and inner peace. And he has a lot of different books as well. The one that I had several copies of and I would often give away was the Buddha Brain. So that's another one. And I like because he incorporates some neuropsychology. So there's some research, but it really talks about habits, so, new habits that we can build to move to joy and happiness and peace. Okay. So also with your wellness journey, more opportunities to practice. For me, just that short Love, Peace, and Harmony, meditating with the music was so valuable, and I could probably go longer. And if you'd like to do more of that, we also have with my mother Annette, the first 3 Mondays, usually of the month. We do have some practices that have been done in the past on our YouTube channel. We don't have the current ones, but we do have some from the past. And we also have a free wellness evening with Tao Calligraphy on Thursdays. We welcome you to join. You get an opportunity to connect with the next level calligraphies for healing transformation. And if you do need more support, we also offer complimentary 15-minute sessions, especially for those who are new to these teachings. And of course, we would like you to contact your healthcare providers if you need more assistance. And if some of these sessions, bring up some unpleasant memories or emotions, although I am a psychologist by trade, I am not serving in this capacity. This is for just general education. And to continue to serve, I would love if you find these helpful to share the series, the YouTube channel. You can share the links for the song, Love, Peace, Harmony song. There's a website. Or if you want to donate to charitable works, you can check out at the Love, Peace, Harmony Foundation Center or donate. So just again, self-care is service. We increase our self-care to increase the quality of our service. So I want to thank you for joining today. And I'd love to say our goodbyes. Thank you, Brittany, that she shared the link for on Zoom, the Tao Wellness Evening. That's our intro to our Tao Calligraphy field. And also the 15-minute complimentary session. You can register and use the code. And also, if you have the feedback for us of what we can do to serve you in this self-care and service practice, I also have an idea to change it from self-care and communities practice, like self and community care practice. I was at a workshop that they talked about, cultural and intergenerational, and a lot of times some of us may heal not just by self-care, but with community care. And so Brittany also put in the general evaluation form as well. And if you fill in that form for your service of giving feedback, you get a chance to be your name put into our lucky draws every month. And, with every entry, you get your name put in, more than once with every form you fill for any of our events or services for a special service, or we might say blessing, or event opportunity. So thank you, Brittany, for putting that in. So, and maybe it'll be great, like just taking this time right after the session, filling in the form just quickly as a service practice. We'd be so grateful and appreciative for that. So thank you, everyone. We thank those of you. We are now doing live from our Hawaii Healing, Tao Healing Hawaii Consortium, or something like that. We might change the name back because our Satori Family Wellness, I'm not able to post there for now for some reason. So that's on Facebook. So thank you, those of you who are joining or watching from there. You can also share with others who are on Facebook. And so thank you very much. Let me just, aloha. And thank you, those who are watching from our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining. Take care.